everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tips Appreciated, hosted by me, Vic. And
Eddie on this side.
so today's topic is going to be us talking about Disney and our experience at Disneyland and Disney World. So why don't you start, Eddie?
Sure. I think my experience around Disneyland, California, I thought we'd bring you the perspective of what is it about Disneyland, A, that's really appealing, thinking about what age you should start to bring your kids as first time traveling to Disneyland. But more importantly, what food should you eat at Disneyland, inside
Mm-hmm.
and outside the park? So I thought I'd go through some of the most asked questions by friends, family, viewers, all those things. So the first question is, what age should I bring my kids to Disneyland?
Yeah.
So for me, it was between 2 and 4 years old. We found that that's optimal.
Will
So my
they
daughter,
remember all this stuff though? Like
yes,
during that age?
yeah. So that's why I'm recommending between 2 and 4. Is my son and daughter still remember pieces of it? When we went, it was the height of Frozen,
Of
and
course.
they really needed to meet Anna and Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
So they still remember that to this day. So it was pretty cool. So really, I think what's most important to think about age is you won't see everything at that age. I mean, as parents know, there'll be nap times. The schedules will be totally
I
different.
think I need a nap when I every time I go there too. Oh, it's so tiring.
Well, imagine for the kids too, the amount of stimulus
Oh yeah.
that they see, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's really important that you're going from everything around you: activities, stimulus, people, rides, just the sheer volume of people walking around. So yes, it's a good age for around 2 to 4, at least from my experience. But when you do go, just remember that again, you won't see everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the next question that people ask, which is related to age too, is how long should we go for? We found that the optimal time is anywhere between 3 and 5 days.
Wow. Just for the two parks
For California Adventure and
and
Disneyland.
Disneyland? Wow.
So we had originally bought tickets for 3 days, and then it just wasn't enough
Wow.
because of nap schedules,
Okay.
all of those things.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. So we ended up upgrading to 4 days. So it was actually the perfect amount of time to do both parks. So the tickets we bought were park hopper passes, so we could go back and forth
Oh yeah,
between the
park
two.
hopper is the best.
So that it also gives variety, right? So
Mm-hmm.
to both parents and kids. So the tip here is really just don't go a day. You're gonna need the time because rides could be an hour or 2 hours long.
Oh yeah.
Popular ones. I remember having to line up for Fast Pass to meet Anna and Elsa. So you had to go at a certain time, traveling time between parks, traveling time between rides and attractions, food, snack time, all of those things. Uh, uh, you
When
know,
was the last time you went to Disneyland? Because I think they upgraded the whole booking fast pass now. Like you could do it through your phone. So I remember the first time I went to Disneyland where you had to run to the machine to get a ticket.
yes,
I think,
that was us.
yeah, so I think now, because I went last year to Disney World, they have those wristbands and stuff. So, but you could book ahead on your phone as well, and you kind of just scan in and tap.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah, ours was the ticket machine
mm-hmm.
or the Disneyland team member
Wow.
to pick up. But yes, I remember the goal was to meet Anna and Elsa. So we had to split up where my wife and my kids were at Disneyland, and I had to boot over to California Adventure to get the Fast Pass tickets. So
Wow.
yeah, it was so to answer your question, it was 2017.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, not that long ago then.
No, usually we go every 2 years because my sisters live in California,
Mm-hmm.
so we do go and visit there. Uh,
Awesome.
yeah, yeah, totally. So next question, we're on number three now is where should I stay? Should I stay at the resort or the Good Neighbor hotels? So the difference is at the resort, it's all Disney connected. You could either
Mm-hmm.
walk across the street, pedways, through the hotels, all of those things, or Good Neighbor Hotels is outside the park, whether it's across the street, 10-minute walk, or whatever that might be. So what I always tell people is it depends. You can get the ultimate convenience. So you stay at Disney Grand Californian, which is the closest to the park
Mm-hmm.
with a direct entrance.
Wow.
But of course, that's most expensive.
Oh yeah, of course.
But so for us, we ended up picking Paradise Pier, which is part of the Disney hotels, but it was still a 10-minute walk
Nice.
because it was further out. But it wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first time we stayed. The second time we stayed was at a Good Neighbor Hotel across the street, which too was also a 10-minute walk.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
So it's not bad at all, and significant price difference too if you're traveling on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
But take into consideration like how you're getting there. We walked. I mean, we drove to Disneyland, rented a car, but once we were there, we walked to Disney because it was just so much easier than trying to drive to Disney, park, all of those things.
And
Uh,
pay for parking as
Pay for
well.
parking, all of those things, right? So I'll say that one of the advantages of staying in the park. So for us, the reason we stayed at Paradise Pier is because we wanted to take advantage of sort of early bird, like at breakfast or meet the characters breakfast, right? So,
Nice.
so the kids really enjoyed that. We all really enjoyed it. It was just
Mm-hmm.
super fun, right? So the advantage of staying outside the park is you have more variety in food, which I'll get into later, to eat. It's also a nice break too in terms of the noise. Everything Disney all the time sometimes can get a little too much.
Too
It's
much
also nice
Mickey.
to too much Mickey, just too much of it. So we stayed at two places outside of the park. One is 10 minutes away, walking, and the other one was about 15 minutes driving in Orange, California. So that's another good option because in Orange, California, we stayed at a hotel there and it was right across the street from outlet shopping.
Ooh,
And there was a
awesome.
direct shuttle to Disneyland as well.
Oh.
So it's one of those things where it's like, cool, you get your free breakfast, you get a direct shuttle, you don't have to worry about any of the parking stuff, and then there's also a shuttle that takes you back. But then
Mm-hmm.
when you get back, it's also a nice break because you can break it up into shopping, other like dining options, and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the next to kind of jump ahead a little bit here is while you're in the park, people have asked me, do you bring your stroller? Should you bring your camera? Is your phone enough? So gear and snacks. The thing that comes top of mind for me is lots of snacks for the kids and keep them fed and keep ahead of it because once they're over it, they're over it. They're
Mm-hmm.
just not in a good mood. A little sugar is great too, but the snacks are very important to us to have. So pack efficiently. I will say you don't have to pack everything because you can get stuff in the park too. So I'll talk about the food and the snacks later because the times we went was in the summer, so
Ooh,
it gets hot, right?
hot.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll talk about giant pickles later, which is super fun. Stroller, we brought our own, and it was a great experience. Obviously tailored for families and kids. Lots of stroller parking before you go into rides. Uh, you know, just very easy for our double stroller with both kids.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of snacks. Bring a stroller, and then last is around gear and pictures. So you want to capture all your memories. I would recommend buying a photo pass. So what exactly is a photo pass is you can buy the pass ahead and it gives you a little lanyard with a little tag on it. And then when you're there, there's photographers around, like Disney photographers.
Yep.
with professional cameras, professional angles. They know exactly which angle to capture.
Mm-hmm.
And all you have to do is just ask them for a picture. And once they take the picture, they just scan the little QR code on your pass and it goes into digitally. And at the
Mm-hmm.
end, you can log on, see all your pictures, all those things, download all your files. And it's like between $80 and $90
Mm-hmm.
US. It sounds expensive, but for the pure convenience, 100% recommended than
Okay.
having to take your phone out all the time, fighting the crowds in terms of the right angles. Because when the Disney photographer is there, again, they know exactly how to catch you and which angle, get the
Mm-hmm.
castle in the right view or
Yeah.
whatever or that is. So for us, it was totally worth it
Mm-hmm.
from there. Now, the fun part, food is
Yes.
food is a big piece to what we like to talk about
Mm-hmm.
here. So, other episodes, my perspective on this is family, but around food is food allergies. My daughter is allergic to peanuts and tree nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are the options inside the park? I'll start with that, and tons of options.
That's awesome.
One tip I would say is you could eat almost anywhere except maybe the bakeries, because typically bakeries have nuts or cross contamination, all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say is ask when you're ordering about allergies, and they'll either do one of two things or both. They'll bring out ingredients list and have you read it, make sure you're
Mm-hmm.
comfortable. The next thing they'll do is actually go talk to the chef
Oh wow.
in the restaurant or in the place, and then the chef may come out and chat with you too.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time that happened, my mind was completely blown because it wasn't just the standard. Well, things may contain. We can't guarantee it. You get that in other places. But when the chef came out, it was very engaged. What exactly is your daughter allergic to? And he would say, yes, this is safe, this is safe, this is not safe. However, if you want this, we can prepare a allergy free and it will be in a separate part of the kitchen.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Awesome. So you imagine how many people they serve in a day.
Mm-hmm.
And when they serve the food, it would either be the chef that brings it out or somebody that works there, and
Yeah.
they will confirm again that hey, this is for allergies or for your daughter, and then ultimately you just feel super comfortable. So inside the park, you can eat pretty much anywhere. With kids, it's hot dog, pizzas, burgers,
Oh yeah.
chicken fingers.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things is think about outside of the box food a little bit because the park has a lot to offer. So imagine it being super super hot. Imagine a giant pickle. So I'll share my screen here and you can see exactly what
I've
I'm talking
never
about.
seen these pickles.
You've never seen the giant
Yeah,
pickles?
I've never seen it.
Oh my. Okay, here we go. So I've created a little Google
Oh,
Photos album
nice.
for our viewers who can watch us, but our listeners, look us up on our YouTube channel at Nom Trips,
Mm-hmm.
that you can see all these. So I'll start with our passes that we got. We actually accumulated all of our air miles and was able to get our passes, which is awesome.
Awesome.
So think outside the box.
Oh
Here's a
yeah.
giant turkey leg.
Classic.
This is the classic thing to get
Mm-hmm.
at Disney, right? I swear this thing looks bigger than the picture. It could have fed all four of us, family wise. But one of our other episodes, we talked about conspiracy theories. This one has one too. It
Really?
doesn't. The reason we didn't talk about it is because I felt like it didn't gain as much traction as the others we talked about. The conspiracy is these are actually emu legs.
No.
Yes.
No.
Google it, guys. Google it. But it was debunked by executive chef at Disney,
Okay, I was like,
and I
what?
believe the chef too because, but they're huge. You do kind of wonder where do they get these giant
Well,
turkeys from?
there's like, there's big turkeys out there.
I guess. So this one here is with the family. We talk about Paradise Pier. This is the restaurant there, the PCH
Aw.
Grill, and this is where you can get an autograph book as well,
Mm-hmm.
and tell the kids are super excited, and Minnie will sign, or the other characters come out will actually sign it in full character. Quite amazing
That's
experience.
awesome.
All right, so stroller time. So double stroller going around, very easy as you can see, lots of space.
Mm-hmm.
I won't spend too much time on this, but bring your strollers, no problem. One of our favorite places to eat actually is here. This is where Bell's restaurant, I believe it's called the Red Rose Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing we got here was the cauliflower sandwich.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
But
So
for eating there, did you have to book it ahead of time or were you able to go in?
I was able to go in for some of the more fast food type places,
Okay.
but for the PCH Grill, like restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
yes, book ahead of time
Mm-hmm.
because it does get busy
Okay.
and it does fill up too. You may not think it does, but it does. So this is the cauliflower sandwich.
Looks
It
so
was
good.
one of the best things we ate. All right, giant pickle time. So this is the giant pickle.
It is a
So
giant. For some
it is.
reason, I thought it was on a stick. I don't know why.
No, it comes in a bag because it drips a lot.
Yeah.
It does get sticky,
Mm-hmm.
but this year is my son eating giant pickle. It was a better thirst quencher than water. So
Wow.
I remember buying 3 or 4 of these throughout the day, and it was something that kept them going. I think it was like $2.50 at the
Mm-hmm.
time. Don't quote me on this, but it was actually cheaper than the water, which is the funny thing.
Wow.
Speaking of
I
thirst
know what
quencher,
that is.
tell our listeners, tell our viewers,
Dole Whip with
Dole
pineapple juice.
with pineapple juice, winner
It's
chicken dinner.
so good.
So good. That's another one you can
It's a
get.
classic. You
It
have
is a
to.
classic. You have to get it. So everything I'm showing you here is actually all nut friendly and nut free,
Churro.
including the churro. So my daughter is one allergic to peanuts and tree nuts,
Mm-hmm.
and she's able to have a churro.
Awesome.
As you parents can relate with kids with allergies, sometimes it's very limited the choices,
Mm-hmm.
but lots of choices. So that's inside the park. Let's talk a little bit outside the park. So one of my favorite things to get outside the park is Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Yes. So
Yes,
good.
so good. There's one very close, maybe 10-minute walk. It's very quick. You call, pick up. All the options are there,
Mm-hmm.
and they're super friendly, super helpful. I remember them forgetting something on my order, but of course you're tired. You don't want to go back. I called them. They're super cool about it. Next day, they just gave us a partial refund,
Oh,
which is awesome.
nice.
Yeah, it's super cool. So this is actual waffle with a piece of chicken. Apologies for
Delicious.
the somewhat crooked picture, but so good. There's the hot sauce behind. The last thing I would recommend here as a tip is go to Cali Tacos
Ooh.
in Orange. So it is about a 10 to well, maybe 15 to 20-minute drive, but worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So what you see here is the Angel Burrito. It
It's
has,
huge.
it's the size of my forearm, no joke, and so worth it. It's like I'm drooling as I'm looking at it. But I would say is if you're driving, if you have a car, it's absolutely worth the 15 to 20-minute drive. It's
Okay.
located in a shopping center. The Angel Burrito comes with fries, your choice of meat, shrimp,
Mm-hmm.
lettuce, salsa, guacamole, sour cream. Here we got a few other things, but it is one of the best things that we ordered. Here is a closer view
Wow.
of it. As you can see, the size of my hand, it is double the size of my hand. It was 2 meals actually. I couldn't finish it all, and I think I had it as a midnight snack. So
What was in it? Like what meat was in it?
I chose steak.
Steak, nice.
So it's steak and shrimp in it.
Ooh, shrimp. I've never had shrimp and
Yes.
burrito before.
Yes, definitely the worth the trip to Cali Tacos.
Wow.
So since you're on that side of town too, you can go outlet shopping, make it an afternoon because you have the 3 day pass. You can go in and out or 4 day, 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Some days we only spent half a day at Disney and California Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So the other half, just to break things up, we went shopping and we went eating.
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't
So
you say, sorry, but
no, go
I
for it.
remember you were saying that you brought your daughter to, what is it called? Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
bitty boppity boop. All right, so okay, this is
I didn't know
hilarious.
it existed until he showed me like pictures. I was like, what the? What
Okay,
is that?
so bibbidi bobbidi boop salon, or I can't remember exactly what the name, but it's essentially you can bring your daughter or son to get completely made over to be a princess or a prince. In our case, we in the height of Anna and Elsa, my daughter wanted to be Anna. So this one, book ahead, and the
Mm-hmm.
experience is they will do a full makeover, including hair, outfits, and
Outfit
then
too. Wow.
you get the outfit included. I believe it was $230, so it wasn't cheap,
Yeah, that's not cheap.
but considering everything in Disneyland is not cheap,
Mm-hmm.
it's I think the dress was like $80, but it was part of the fee. And
Okay.
then they put you in front of the line to meet all the princesses.
I would
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Paying that price.
So
But was it
that
worth it though? Did your
it
daughter
was
like it?
she did. She liked it. I would say if we were to do it again, I wouldn't go for the full package, which included hair and a bit of makeup. I was a bit uncomfortable with the
Uh,
makeup, but they used a lot of hairspray. And it
oh,
was hot that day, so you could tell she was getting
oh
uncomfortable towards the end of the day.
no.
So I would say just go for the outfit, go for the basic package, because you avoid all of the uncomfortableness
Mm-hmm.
there, right?
Yeah.
So yes, it was cool. It was definitely worth it. I could we'll post the pictures up on the screen after just as a thing, but it was a funny and fun experience.
Okay.
But she did actually, you know what? That reminds me. She did enjoy like face makeup more, like what do you call it? Face painting
Oh,
more.
yeah, face
She did
painting.
enjoy that, and it was like a quarter of the price, which is fun.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah. Oh, Disney. So the
Yeah.
different Disney stages, you'll get the princess stage.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter now is 9. She's in the ride stage now, and her
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
ride is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she loves it. Yeah. So that is, I would say, my experience with Disney and Disneyland. A few
Mm-hmm.
tips layered in. Any questions? Let us know. Comment below. What are your tips? Let us know as well. But before I leave you, I will say one last staple West Coast is In-N-Out Burger. So if you have a car already, drive to In-N-Out Burger. It's another 15-minute drive, and it's the perfect meal to pick up to eat at the hotel at the end of the day, because it's so good.
But you're forgetting one thing.
What's that?
You have to order from the secret menu.
Oh yes, there is the whole. We'll need to do an episode all in In-N-Out and
Mm-hmm.
Shake Shack. Maybe we'll do a
Oh yeah,
In-N-Out Shake Shack
versus kind of
debate.
thing. Yes, yes. Because
Yes,
you know where I stand.
yes, you're in
Yeah.
the Shake Shack
Yes.
fake world,
Hey,
where
hey,
the real
hater,
In-N-Out.
hater.
No hater, just being real.
Ouch.
Yes, In-N-Out. Check it out. Secret menu. Google it.
Mm-hmm.
There is some good stuff there. And it's just yum. Okay, so we just talked about my perspective on Disneyland and the perspective of family travel, eating, staying, sort of the most asked questions, how long you should stay. But let's take Disneyland on a whole different level at Disney World, which is your experience.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about, you've been to both.
Yes, I have been
Tell
to both.
us.
So my actual goal is to go or try to go to every Disney, like every Disney park.
park
in the world.
around the world. Okay.
So I've been to the one in Hong Kong and Japan as well, but that's we'll talk about those ones in a different episode. So Disney World, I actually went there 3 times.
Three. I thought you've only been there once. Okay,
No,
three.
no, 3 times. That's how much of a Disney fan I am. But after the third time, I think I'm good without going for a while.
Okay. So
So
so what I've heard is the scale is just massive compared to Disneyland,
it's
Disney World.
huge. So you were saying that you needed what, 4 to 5 days for
Yeah.
Disneyland, California? Is it California Park or?
Yeah. Yes.
Um, when I went, I did both parks in one day.
Okay. By
So
yourself.
no, with friends, with
Okay.
friends. We're mostly going for the rides.
Uh-huh.
So we kind of planned it out. It's like, okay, so time I went to Disneyland, we had to do the thing where you had to run to go get a fast pass.
Right.
Like, but that's what we did. So we went to the rides we wanted to go to the most, ran to the fast pass, grabbed the ticket, and then we kind of casually walked around to make sure it's like, okay, we have to be here at a certain time, and then we'll go to the ride. But one day was like good enough for us.
You guys are faster though. No kids.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
guys are mobile and
We're more efficient. Just
more
kidding.
efficient. Yes, kids are not efficient at all.
No, we're not taking naps or anything. We're go, go, go. Like I said, that's how I kind of like to travel. I'm more of a go, go, go person. But as I age, I think I'm slowing down.
Nice.
Right. So, Disney World. Okay. So, there's 4 parks. So, most of the time, like again, I would spend a day at a park, and I thought that was like good enough, especially with Epcot and Animal Kingdom. To me, before the first 2 times I went, it wasn't much to like, there wasn't much rides. Like, yeah, there's things to see, but for me, I'm really fast. I see one thing and I go, okay, and then I like go away, right? I
Mm,
don't stand there and like wait around or like just slowly browse. I'm more like, for me, I'm mostly there for the rides,
yeah.
but it's kind of weird because the third time I went, I actually spent more time at Epcot and Animal Kingdom because Animal Kingdom now has way more things to do. Like they just built the Avatar
Okay.
section, but I'll go into that after. But okay, so you know how you book your tickets, you want to go like to the park. So before that, it's like, okay, do I want to stay at a Disney resort or do I want to stay at a hotel? So I actually did both. So the one I went to for the Disney resort, I guess, it's nothing fancy. It was just like a hotel, but that was like part of the Disney ones. It was like the Disney All Stars. Is sports theme. You'll see pictures, but that one was not bad. The bonus with that one that they had shuttle buses for you because that time when I went, I didn't have a car. Like we didn't rent one because they're like, oh, this hotel has shuttles. We'll just use that, and they were fine. They would get full really fast. That was like the only downside, especially when you want to go early as well. It's like you have to line up, and then if the
Yeah.
shuttle bus gets full, then you're like, okay, I'm kind of like stuck here until the next bus, and you kind of feel bad. You're just like, okay, you want the little kids to go first, and you're like, but then, yeah. So there's that. But then I actually booked like the third time I went, we booked a Costco package. I would have never thought to book through Costco, but they were really like good, like deal wise. So we ended up getting a 5 day package, and I was like, oh, that's too much. We don't need 5 days. 4 days is good enough. But
Yeah.
actually, the fifth day was good because I'll tell you why after. But yeah, so we got like a 5 day park pass. We got a car, and the hotel we were staying at was a suite. So it had a kitchen, right? And the bonus with the kitchen is that we were able to make our own food. And to
Yeah.
save money, we actually packed lunch. So we would have breakfast at the hotel and then pack food that you didn't need to keep like cold or anything, like sandwiches
Yeah.
and stuff. So that's how we saved money. And it was like awesome having like a kitchen.
Yeah.
So,
It's the same for us. We typically try to book hotels with a kitchenette
mm-hmm,
for the exact same reason. It's convenience,
mm-hmm.
but also just to save money too, like cook your own food, right? So,
Yeah.
so I didn't know you could actually bring food into the park. Like,
See, I didn't know either until I actually did research on it. I was like, what can you bring? I know you can't bring a selfie stick. So
no,
nom tip
mine
or
mine was
not,
taken away.
yeah, see, like not a nom tip, but a tip. Do not bring a selfie
The
stick.
stick, yeah.
But you could bring food because it makes sense, especially having kids. Like you're not gonna starve them and not have snacks with you. Like,
Yeah.
what are they
Well,
gonna do?
well, the thing snacks is I thought was totally okay, but like food. Like,
Hmm.
did you bring like what kind of food did you bring? Like sandwiches or?
Sandwiches, like so we kept everything in Tupperware containers because we actually went to Target to
Okay.
buy Tupperware and food. So we just like packed everything. I brought that. I brought like bags of carrots. Yeah, and we just brought it in our backpack and they were fine. They just, you know how you have to go through security and they open up your bag and like look
Yeah.
inside? Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
And we brought big jugs of water as well. It's like you said, water is so expensive there. And their tap, I don't know what's with Florida tap water. It tastes really weird.
They
So
didn't have the dispensers for water bottles,
it didn't
or
taste good. It still
does it
had
taste
like
good?
a weird aftertaste. Maybe because we have good tasting water here in Edmonton, like our filter, like
Maybe.
how our filtration is pretty good. But over there, it was something like metallic-y tasting,
Okay.
if that's
Bring
even a
bring
word.
water.
But yeah, so buy water. But go to Walmart or Target to buy big jugs of water and refill your water bottle.
Yeah, it's a good
But
tip.
for sure, bring water bottles with you. It gets so hot in Florida, especially waiting in line for hours. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So us Canadians traveling to Florida in the summer months or California, it gets
Hmm.
hot. So
It's so
yeah,
hot.
that's a good point. Standing in line
Hmm.
gets really hot too, because sometimes you're in line for an hour and a half to 2 hours, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So what do I say? If I had to do it all over again, I would book the exact same Costco package. That
yeah.
that hotel we stayed at was awesome. I'll pull up the link. Let me just share my screen with you guys.
So you just bought Costco as like a Costco travel thing, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Here you see my screen.
Again, I see
So the hotel was called Malia Orlando
Orlando Seller.
Celebration.
Okay.
So the bonus with this one, they actually had shuttles to the park for you.
Yes.
You would just book it the night before to get a little ticket, and then you would have a guaranteed seat, which was
Nice.
awesome. And they would kind of ask you what time you wanted to come back. If not, you could just like call, and then they have a shuttle there waiting for you as well. The bonus part with this, so since we had a car, you know how a lot of hotels they charge you for parking and everything?
Parking. Yeah.
This one was free parking.
Nice.
Yeah, like I would recommend this hotel.
Yeah.
It's
S-
really good.
Staying outside the park that has exactly that, a shuttle,
Mm-hmm.
is awesome. It's so worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so here I'm gonna show you some pictures. So this one, you see
Oh, the
how
sports
the
theme.
the
Nice.
sports one. So this was the sports resort we stayed at, or the Disney Sports Resort. It was okay, to be honest. The Belia was super nice. Like if I yeah, again, like I said, if I had a chance, I would do the Melia again. But yeah, it's fun, but not the best.
Yeah. So was it just walking distance to
No, it was not walking distance. This one you still needed to take a shuttle.
shuttle to?
A
Okay.
shuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, for Disney World, I mostly go for the rides. And I guess like since you went you went in 2017 where you still had to run and get like the fast pass
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
So, they upgraded. You see this photo, we're wearing like a wristband.
Yeah.
you could actually book, like you connect it to your phone, and then on the app it connects like to like your wristbands, and you can actually book your fast pass like a day ahead.
That's cool.
Yes, but you have to do it quick
Yeah,
or
of
it gets
course.
like all taken. So when you go up, you kind of just scan. You don't need any ticket or anything now, which is awesome. And you could connect your credit card to it. So if you didn't want to bring your wallet or anything, they
It's
could
all
use
there.
that to pay.
Nice. It's like Apple Watch.
Yeah, pretty much. I
Pretty
don't
much.
remember how much this band was, but it was totally worth it. I think it was like $20 or something like that.
And you keep the band at the end, right?
Yes, you keep the
Yeah,
band, and I'm pretty sure you could reuse it.
I
I
think
don't
so.
I don't know if it deactivates or anything later on, but I told like it was so worth having this
Yeah,
band.
similar to the photo pass I talked about at Disneyland.
Oh, this is actually connected to the photo
Oh, there you go. So
as
you take
well.
pictures, you just scan, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So
hmm
yes, highly recommended to for convenience.
hmm
That's the thing, right? Is that if you're spending the money to go to these parks, it's worth spending it on convenience, things like
hmm
this. I think that's definitely a tip to take away.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you know how for rides, for sure you're gonna be waiting for so long. Like some good rides
Yeah.
could be like 2 hours and up. So on the app now, it actually tells you updated
Yes.
times for wait, like wait times. So like technology nowadays, it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, when we first went to Disneyland, it's like you're just running around the park.
Well,
You had
there
to.
were yeah, the very first time I went, I remember that they had signs
hmm
at the front, and they still do at the front of the or the back of the line, I guess it would be. But you're right, like technology changed that. You could change and plan a lot easier,
hmm
right? To see which ride you want to do next, which side of the park you want to hit first, right?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, what's
Okay.
this?
So let's look at the food. You see how these like apples? Like obviously Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. I didn't eat one. I just like how they designed it. It was super
Yeah,
cute.
yeah,
Like look at this one. It's in the what is that one called when he's dressed up? The
the magic,
I forgot what
the
movie
wizard,
it was.
whatever
Yeah,
it
the
is.
wizard one.
Yeah,
Forgot what it's called. And then Pluto. Ooh, so this one, Gary Deli?
your delis, yes.
Yes. Sorry if we're butchering the name, but this was at Disney Downtown. So they have a big like a store of this one, and it was super hot that day, so we just went for ice cream.
Yeah, it's like you get that in San Francisco too, right?
Yes,
So,
yes, that's where it's from.
and they had it at Disneyland too, and you
hmm
get like hot chocolate. In this case, since it's super hot, got ice cream.
hmm
Nice, nice.
So this is Epcot. So
Yes.
this one has all the different pavilions of different countries. For this one, Nom or yeah, I guess it is a Nom Tip. There is a section in here with it's pretty much like sponsored by Coca-Cola, but you go in and they have different pops around the world, and you
Okay.
could go up to it and you could try all of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you get a cup and you go like you could drink as much as you want. So if
Right.
you're really thirsty, just run in there and just like drink some pop.
So for you non-Canadian listeners, soda.
So, oh,
Soda.
really?
Yes. I
Oh,
grew up saying soda, and when I met my wife, I couldn't make the connection. She was saying pop, I was saying soda. And
oh.
yeah, so, but that's cool. So different soda pop around the world.
I forgot which one was my favorite. I think it was a melon one or something like that.
Ooh.
It was super good. I don't think you could just bring your water bottle to refill it, but they have those like little cups and they don't
Oh,
care.
samples. You
Yeah,
just
sample,
okay.
but there's no limit. You could drink as much as you want. So if you're dying of thirst, just
Go
run
there.
in there. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, and another thing for this one, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know at nighttime they do a really nice firework and water
Uh,
show. So in this
right.
photo, you see how there's like a like water here.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a car there if you could see.
yeah.
But at nighttime they have really nice fireworks. I guess that's like all the parks. They have really nice fireworks, but I would totally recommend going to Epcot for the fireworks.
Yeah. You
And
know,
it's like a water show.
also a thing for us at Disneyland too is some nights we stayed a bit later to see the parade or
hmm
to see the lights,
hmm
but quite a few nights we missed the fireworks because the kids were just tired.
Uh,
But if you get lucky with the hotel you stay at, you could still
oh
see the
yes, that's
fireworks, right?
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, speaking of Epcot, we actually
What is
so
this?
teppanyaki.
Oh, nice.
This was in the Japanese pavilion. It was
Okay.
okay, to be honest, but the show was fun. Right, but
Yes.
food wise, it's meh. Right, like we could probably have something better outside. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was just the experience because booking at the Disney Sports Resort, I think it's All Star Sports, that's what it's called. They give you one you could go book one place to eat. Like they give you one
Oh.
free, pretty much.
Oh, cool.
hmm But
As part of your stay.
yeah, as part of your
Okay.
stay. But for this, you have to book way in advance.
Yeah.
There's no way they would take walk-ins. You have to book in advance. Same thing goes for we went to a German restaurant. I don't have photos of it, but it's called I don't want to
Beard
butcher
garden?
it.
Beard
Yeah,
garden.
Beer Garden restaurant. It
Nice.
it was fun because they actually had like a show like while you're eating, like in the middle here. So, they come out with their drums and all that stuff. It was super
Yeah.
fun. It was kind of buffet style. So you see like the
Oh,
photos here, like sausages and like beer. And yeah, it was actually not bad. See,
nice.
I didn't take photos of like, I didn't take any photos of the food because we had to share a
Table.
table with like other people. That's how busy it is. Like
Yeah.
you don't get a table to yourself. You have to share it with other people. So I felt kind of weird if I took out my phone and be like, "Oh, look at my buffet items."
No, this is cool.
hmm So I would recommend this restaurant over the Japanese one.
Okay. So this did you make sorry, did you make reservations for this one or you just walked
Yes.
in?
Nope, you had
Went
to
through?
book it. I don't think there was any place that was like more fancier that would let you like walk in.
Yeah. Outside of the walk up ones.
Yeah, like the fast
Outside.
food kind of
Yeah,
thing.
fast food. Yeah.
hmm So yeah, let's see what else I got here. Like, oh, taking photos of my favorite characters. For of course, you have to wait in line. Oh, they actually have fast pass and stuff for this too. With like the characters super popular. I don't think Woody and Buzz had one.
Yeah.
I know there was like a couple, like, and sometimes you could spot them randomly, and you
Right.
just be like, "Stop! I want a photo." And then this one, see, we're like back to back. That's because he made me pose like that.
What's up with your boot?
Oh, okay. So I actually tore my Achilles tendon, and I already booked this trip like months in advance. So this is after surgery, probably like 3 weeks after
Oh, it's
surgery. So I had to wear a boot.
okay,
But
okay.
yeah, I was fine. Like some of the rides, I had to take off my boot because they were
Okay.
scared that my boot would fly off. But there was no way it was gonna fly off because it's like there's three
Yeah.
bands on my foot, like elastic
Yeah,
bands here. So, but they feared that it was just gonna fly off.
yeah, safety issue, I'm sure.
Oh, here's like fireworks photos from
Oh,
like Epcot.
nice. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you see like the globe in the middle, and then yeah, there's like waterworks on the bottom here.
Cool.
Oh,
Oh, still it.
favorite Dole Whip. Bonus with this one, with the app now, you could book ahead and just pick it up. Kind of like mobile order, like
Yeah,
Starbucks. You just book it and then you just wait there and then they call your name and you just grab it.
nice.
It's awesome. So for this one, I don't remember. I think it was Magic Kingdom that had the Dole Whip because not all the parks have Dole Whip. There's
Yeah,
only one. And I think in Disneyland, it's in Disneyland, not California. So,
yeah.
oh,
So Dole Whip at Disneyland, Dole Whip at Disney World, Dole
hmm
Whip in Hawaii.
oh
So
yes,
Dole Whip, Dole Whip, Dole Whip. If you see it, try it.
you
Anywhere.
have to.
You have to try it.
You
It's so
have to
good.
get it with the pineapple juice because it's 100% pineapple juice.
Yes.
Like it's so fresh. You don't understand. Like you
So
have
you-
to try it to understand how good it is. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, funnel cake.
Fun cake. Yes.
It was so hot that day. You could tell. Like, look at the
Mickey's
ice
ears.
cream. Yeah, but it's already like melted
Melted.
here. This was probably one of my favorite things we had there, other than Dole Whip. But this
Yeah.
one, oh, that was so good.
See, I think that's a good like nom tip, right? For our listeners and watchers is watch for the carts when you're walking around because there's
Mm-hmm.
some like the churros for us at Disneyland, funnel cake here, the
Oh
pickles,
yeah.
right? Like things like that, just
Mm-hmm.
like nice little snacks as you go, right?
Yes. So that's how we saved money. So we only ate out a couple times at the park, but it was mostly snacks. And then we
Mm,
ate like full meals from like what I packed because it filled us like pretty much the whole day. And then by the time we left, that's like, okay, let's go make food back at the hotel.
yeah,
Disney is pretty expensive and you're already spending so much to go in and then buying these food. It's so like
yeah,
expensive.
does add up, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, this one is my favorite ride.
Haha,
Hollywood
tower.
Tower. Oh, it's my favorite. Let's see what else here. Oh, Kevin from Up.
Nice.
This was really good. Like
That's well
whoever
done.
is
Yeah.
so well done. So they have that person like watching for him, but whoever was in there, oh man, it was so good. Like someone had to be tall and had super skinny legs
Yeah.
for this. It was crazy because like his eyes and stuff like moved and everything. Yeah, he was
I
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite activities to do. I don't know if Disneyland has it anymore. When I went, they did, but I don't know if they do anymore. But it's where you could learn to draw the characters.
Oh, cool.
All right. So in this class, we learned how to draw Goofy.
Goofy.
Yeah. Which one do you think's
Nice.
better, left or right?
Ooh, left.
Good choice. Good choice. That's mine.
That's yours?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Whew.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, speaking about like booking ahead of time, you know how we could book Fast Pass? So, you know how I was saying in the beginning how Magic, or not Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom became like one of my favorites, even though the first two times I went, I was like, I only spent like half a day. It's because they have the Avatar like section now, which is
Mm,
like crazy. And how I said like, oh, 5 day pass, that's like way too much. We only need four. The fifth day came in handy because there's this like really good Avatar ride. Let me just pull it up here. Like this one, the
oh,
Flight
cool.
of Passage.
Yeah.
So super popular. When we were there, you could not get any fast pass. It was all gone. Even waiting in line, I think it was like 4 hours. It
Holy.
was like, nope, not waiting in line. There has to be another way. And like we couldn't book fast pass for it because I think people that stay at the resorts get first dibs
Yeah.
and they could
Er,
book ahead.
yeah. Because they get early admission too, right? Or
Yeah.
magic hour. It's called
Yes,
magic hour.
magic hour.
Yeah.
So we were reading online. It's like, okay, what do people do? Like, how do we get on this ride? It must be super good if like people
Yeah.
are waiting 4 hours to hop on. So we read that you could go to the park early. They'll let you in and you could start lining up before the park actually like opens, like the ride
Opens.
opens.
Wow.
So I think we got there and there was already like people. I think we went like an hour earlier and there was people already there waiting to get in. So when the gates like kind of opened, everyone literally ran.
Rush through it.
Yeah, rush to go to this ride.
It was like Anna and Elsa for us. And
This was intense. I seriously wish I took video. It was crazy. I'm just like,
yeah.
what is going on? This is just for a ride. And I'm one of those people that I'm like there with them. Even though we were there an hour early, with that much amount of people there, I ended up waiting like over an hour already.
So you spent the fifth day on like the biggest attraction
Yes.
just because of wait time.
Yeah.
But the other days you did everything else
Mm-hmm.
that you wanted to do.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
For this ride, yeah, it was really cool. But I wouldn't have waited 4 hours for it. Maybe 2 hours max.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Because I'm such a big ride person. To me, it's like, okay, 2 hours is like a good max
Yeah.
for this ride. And the crappy part was I went like 2019 at February.
Yeah.
I think couple months later, the Star Wars section was opening
Right.
up.
Yeah.
So I just missed that. I don't know. I heard it was like a hit and miss. I don't know. Like, have you heard anything about that?
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Everyone I've talked to has loved it.
Really?
Yeah, especially the one in California is
Oh.
they've loved it. It's just well, I think a lot of Disney is just the experience, right? Is that
Mm-hmm.
like you said, is like you waited X amount of hours for Avatar,
Mm-hmm.
but you could say you've experienced it whether you truly loved it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I bet like a lot of people are gonna go probably won't skip it because they travel that far to just experience it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like turkey
Mm-hmm.
leg for me. Would I get it again? Maybe.
I
But
still do. Every time I
do
go, I
you?
have to get one.
Okay.
Just because it's like a staple, I would
Well,
say.
that's what I mean, right? It is the experience, the staple. You could talk about it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to your friends or whoever, and it's also just part of the experience, right? So,
That's
yeah,
true.
nice.
Out of all the four parks, I still think Hollywood Studios is my favorite. It has, I think, two of my favorite rides. So the Hollywood Tower Terror,
Yeah.
and then I think it's like a rock and roll ride with Aerosmith, but I think they're turning it into cars, which is kind of
Uh,
sad, but I get it because all the younger kids are like, who are these old guys? I don't get
yeah. Cars
it.
Land.
Yeah, so it makes sense for them to change that ride into cars, but
Yeah.
that's just gonna be sad to
So,
me.
so yeah, you know, like California Adventure, we loved Cars Land.
Mm-hmm.
Like loved it. It is so well done, so awesome. Uh, you know, Mater had a personality too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, I hope one day you guys get to
I think
experience
so.
Disney World, but I think, I don't know, if you need 3 to 4 days in Disneyland,
Like a month in Disney World,
I don't know. I think you
maybe
would just
seven
be
days,
sick. Maybe a week. Yeah,
a week.
I
I think
think
a
you could do
week.
a week.
Yeah.
There's
Like
so many shows to
my
watch.
sister is a huge Disney fan, and they said Disney World probably about a week for a family
Really?
of four.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows? By the time we'll travel, I know Disney World is open now. Disneyland is still closed
Mm-hmm.
for you know COVID and such, but it's on the list. Disney World. Uh, Dude, this episode has been a good fun reflection on when you do get to travel again, planning Disney. Hopefully, a lot of these tips are helping.
Mm-hmm. Well, our listeners, let us know which Disney is your favorite. Is it Disney World, California, like Paris, Hong
Yeah,
Kong, Japan? Like, let us know which one's your favorite.
and why? Yeah, tell us your experiences. Share with us. Tag us. We'd
Mm-hmm.
love to hear. And also, if you have a favorite food or snack there too, let us know.
Yeah, what are we missing?
We'd
Because
love
I
to.
didn't even know
What are we
about the
missing?
pickle. Like, I would have
Yeah,
had a pickle.
the pickle is awesome. I'm not a big pickle fan, but I even enjoyed the pickle. So so yes, let us know if there's any other pickle secrets out there. I know
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of Disney tips and stuff out there, but and we can't catch it all. So let us know.
Mm-hmm. So I know we usually end our episode with saying a nom tip, but I think we sprinkled a bunch
Yeah.
in the episode
All right.
today.
So why don't we put each other on the spot?
Oh
I'll
no.
say one thing, one nom tip to remember for our listeners or viewers. One takeaway because this has been a long
Oh,
episode, but
one
fun episode.
takeaway. Well, for myself, well, for our users, our listeners, book everything in advance. Like your
Yeah,
restaurant, your rides,
yeah,
like book everything in advance and try to lay out where you're going to go.
yeah,
Because a park is huge and you
yeah. You
kind of don't
can't
want
do it.
to waste time as well.
Yeah,
What about
that
you?
same, exact
See?
same. Book in advance. Book for convenience. It may seem expensive because you're not there yet. Booking all these advanced, especially like photo pass and fast passes, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
right? But once you're in the park, the biggest value is going to be your time. You know, you can't see
Oh yeah.
everything, but where you can create efficiencies by booking ahead, like pictures, it's all worth it. So cool. Look at that. We end up with the same tip.
It's an important tip, I would say.
An important tip. Book ahead for food, book for convenience.
Yes.
Just enjoy. All right. I think this is going to do it for this episode, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Hey, thanks for listening.
All right. Take care.
Okay, see ya.